Hey guys, this is James Raffaelis coming at you with a video for Mythic Draconis. I'm going to make a small mini-series with the playthrough to the game. Just before we get started, so you all know, when you enter the game, this is the first, your main menu. To the left and the bottom we have a legend for all the controls. You have your F6, F7, F8, which is shader toggle, filter toggle and speed toggle, navigation, etc. You press enter. We can load up a game here or go into a new game. In your options you can actually check your buttons out, so do check this out. It has some explanations. And then we have your high score, of course. In options we can also change the difficulty from easy, normal to hard, and we can also turn the filter on from here. I think I want to turn this on for a little bit more retro feel. And then we're going to go for a new game. We're going to try story mode, which is going to be the full playthrough. It's got like the entire story in it as well. I'm not going to spend too much time on these. You can actually pause it and check the story out yourself. So, yeah, this is going to be like, again, a spoiler light playthrough, the first playthrough. Each video is going to be roughly around about one level of playthrough, except for the boss levels, which are usually going to be put together with the level preceding them. I like to play on the faster speed, so I'm going to press F8 and go turbo. As you can see at the bottom where your lives are, we have turbo and normal. As you can see, it's a little bit faster in speed. The jump speed is also a little bit faster, but there's a smaller arc. Almost the exact same thing on both speeds. Everything has been tested out to actually allow you to play it whichever way you prefer. I prefer the turbo speed. I am playing on arcade stick, which makes it a little bit more tough. Get used to it. The game is designed for keyboard. I'm not going to be showing any puzzles in this walkthrough. This is going to be a mild spoiler walkthrough. I'm not showing a lot of the extra lower points as well. Just going to show you so you can actually see what these are. If you pay attention to the bottom right of your screen, there's a small little exclamation point. If we press on any of these lower objects or positions that we might find ourselves, we'll press up. We can actually reveal a small text. It might be Victor himself making some thoughts or comments, or it might be some other, like a sign that we read. So this was the second level I actually designed. I started with the level 2 was my first level that I actually made. This one here was the second level that I made. I'm going to get used to a little bit of the controls as well. It's not that easy. I hope the sound is okay. I tried to make a a compromise between both. Noise reduction and also because if you, as you can see, these are the keys. They already sound much lower than without noise reduction. If I put the noise reduction too much, my voice might have some cracks in it. So I'm trying to pretty much have like a kind of in between. I also think it's a little bit charming hearing I love the clicking noises of the arcade buttons, so I'll leave it in there, and at the same time, possibly this will make my voice not be, distorted as much while the noise removal is working. So again, if the audio is not 100%, I apologize. I'll try my best to do like a small kind of in between. So as you notice, we have our jump button. We have our attack button. If you hold the attack button down and you move, he moves slower, and he can combo from 1, 2, 3 during the attack roll. So you don't have to actually keep pressing the button to do your attack. I just think it's a lot more fun. So I allowed for both cases to actually work. You can actually just keep pressing the button, and you can also delay it, as you can see. If you delay it too much, it just does that. Then we have block. If we press block and attack at the same time, he does this dash. aerial enemies are prone to attacks, like up and press up and attack. This damages aerial enemies much more. Also, you'll notice that as I'm killing a lot of these enemies, they start to drop things down, so there's like a rotation. I just picked up that. Whoa! Almost fell off there. It's a trap. Then we also have the button to do eat potions, drink potions. It's so much fun with the arcade stick. I mean, obviously, it's actually much easier on the keyboard, much easier. Maybe it's just easier for me because, well, you know, honestly, like, I don't know how many hours I've put onto testing this game, and obviously, like 90% of that time wasn't actually the keyboard. I have tested obviously I've tested the game out on controller and arcade stick as well, but I don't think I've actually done a full playthrough now that I think of it. I'm sure I have. I just don't recall the experience, what it was like. So, before I actually get that, I'm gonna come this way. You have to be careful with a lot of enemies. If you actually touch them, they push you back. Keep that in mind. On some stages, you'll find that like some ledges are very hard to actually drop onto. If the enemy is on the edge, so you have to be very careful. It does have a lot of precise platforming in this game. So in story mode, we have these checkpoints and these locked doors. As you can see, I can't go through it. I'm pressing up on it. Up is to activate objects, go into like see lore, as we saw for the lore objects, or to even just walk, activate teleporters and a whole bunch of other objects within the levels. As you can see, I can't actually open the door. So at this point, we need the key. If you pay attention to, this is the key right here. If you pay attention at the bottom, right where it says continues, going off towards the left, we have 7 slots. That's where our gemstones are actually going to be placed. And left of that, we have 2 little keys. So I collect the first one. And this allows me to actually open. Woo! This actually allows me to open the door. Press up. Now we can attack through geometry, obviously. And we can also collect the traps. Make sure to crouch, walk underneath them. Press down and forward. And you can also collect our coins and other things with just pressing our attack button on them. Drink a potion here. Here it is. Very powerful attack, it hits everything in proximity. And also collects items. Now if we jump up here, by the way, we can actually get that enemy as well. Have a couple more enemies around here. The third attack collects shield. If you pay attention, I'm pressing block. And as I block, it's actually used up, like when they hit me, it uses up some of my shield. If I press block and attack, it uses 100 of that shield down there, the yellow shield that's been collected. And 100 points of that does the, the shield dash, that dash move there. So you can't infinitely do it. You can't infinitely block. At some point that runs out. Some of these little holes in the ground, you might be able to walk through, crouch through. And as I said, you can, collect things by hitting them, except for keys. You can collect some other items as well, like spells and whatnot, but the more important items, you can't actually collect them by just, you know, turning on a spell or hitting them. So there's got to be a specific way for this. You can't jump on the wall, as you can see. So there's a way to actually get to that. I will continue down this way. As you can see, the aerial, you know, the flying monsters, they're very prone to the up and attack button. They die with just one hit, whereas otherwise you'd have to hit them several times. So as I was saying, the shield down there collects with killing enemies and also hitting them with the third attack. So the third attack also collects. So if you time it, you can actually use it more to actually kill enemies with that means. As you can see, it's a little bit hard to collect that, so there's got to be a way to it. Quite naturally, as you would imagine. You can just jump down here. If you press down, you can actually look a little bit below you. Very helpful. And that's our spell right there. Now the buttons to actually select the spells. We have, you know, 4 spells. And to activate a spell, you can actually use your block and the button for drinking potions. So this is our potion button. And I'll show you a little trick here. This is one where you can collect this key. I mean, you have to pretty much know how to collect this key in order to finish this level. So a little bit of a spoiler here. Again, I mean, this whole series is going to be pretty much filled with spoilers, but they're mild again, like I said. If we press block and the button that uses our potions, we activate the activated spell, the selected spell at the bottom. And if we jump, you can actually collect other items that normally won't be collectible with actual attacks and hits. We have our new ladder up here. Of course, this hits enemies. Now there's a secret to this. As I said, I don't want to show people exactly how to get this secret. And you can see a little gem there. Like if you use your dash, you can't collect it. You can just collect a couple of gold coins, I guess, in there. Now, we have both keys. At this point though, if you do not use the spell correctly or you don't have a spell, you're probably stuck at this point. You won't be able to pretty much proceed. I can show this little tidbit of information. Again, we have one of these lore assets. In this stage is one of the signs. You can press up on it and we can actually read what it says. Pretty much gives us a little bit of a hint that there's possibly another way inside the town, because if you notice, you have no way of going back. Like once you fall down here, that's pretty much it. So, you know, as logic would dictate, you can come to the left here, you crouch, and you can see that you can't walk in there, but as soon as you crouch, you can walk inside. Keep walking. Now these objects here are only available in the arcade mode. Yeah, it's pretty much only one on each level. You break them and you collect some coins. Very helpful for your story mode, as you're going to use these coins later in your shop to buy things. So, as you can see, this is the point where the key was initially before. So if you can't, if you don't have like a spell to collect it beforehand, you can actually come here, pick the key up, and then you know, go back. Or this is also a means and a method to actually go back to the previous parts of the level. We're stuck here now, so we crouch and we move through. Now I can open this gate. As you can see at the bottom, I have both keys collected. And that's the end of level 1. Story interval. I'll just skip through these. You can pause them and read them if you want to, or if you don't want to be spoiled with more story elements, I guess you can not read this. That's pretty much it. So on the storyboard we have access to our encampment. Basically the way this works, we have access to all the previous levels. As you can see here, we have Old Periam, I just did it. It gives me a small indication you have completed this map. Traveling here again will not include all the initial pickups. So some of the initial pickups, like, you can't exploit this to keep getting, like, you know, certain spells and stack up on them. However, you can actually use the location to get certain coins, like when killing enemies and all that stuff, you get points, and also you get coins from them as you kill them. So it is a means to farm this place for a little bit of extra gold. Why would you need gold? We'll see at the end of this when I show you the camp. Now we go to, you know, the levels from here. We actually go onto one of the entrances and we'll press up and we'll go inside. This is the second level, Dread Bluff. And then the other levels after that, as you can see, I'm pressing up. Now I can't go into them because they're locked. I have like a keychain on top of them. It's the Wolf Pass, Daring Mountain, we have the Thicket, we have Valeron, and last of all we have the Cathedral. The only maps or levels that you don't have access to from here are the boss levels, and there's 3 of them. There's the Cavern Draconis at the end. We have another level over here at Daring Mountain. This is the Demon Realm, and then we have also, after the Dread Bluff, we have the Nexus. So there's 3 levels that you can't access from here. They're obviously boss levels, you can't replay them. You play them once, kill the boss, and that's pretty much it. Now, coming back to our camp over here, we'll press up, and we have a little shop. We can purchase all the different spells. There's 4 different spells in the game. We have Ice, Lightning, Fire, and Soul. And then we have these glyphs here. What the glyphs do, they actually give you more life. We can also buy potions, actual lives for continuations. And then we have 2 items over here. We have the Wingly and the Shield. Just to portray that these aren't overpowered, they're very small. I'm going to go first into buying these. So I'm going to purchase a Glyph of Protection. We'll press up on it. It tells us the shield has been purchased. It's permanent. Once you buy these upgrades, they're permanent. The only things that are not permanent are the spells, the lives, and the health potions, because obviously those are consumables. They're usable. You know, you can actually use the spells, and lives get used up when you die, and obviously you can use the potions to fill up in life. However, the glyphs and the glyph of protection here, which is a shield, and the Wingly, those are all items that stay on your character once you purchase them. So, about the glyph of protection, we go over and we can check again. It says shield purchased. We go to exit, press up, and we're pretty much ready to go to our next level. That's it for the first video. We can come here and press save and exit at this point, or enter to make the selection. That's pretty much it for the first video. That's the first level to Mythic Draconis, Old Periam. Mythic Draconis is available right now on itch.io or itch.io. You can go over there from the link in the description below and purchase the game. If you're not interested in more spoilers, you can just go right away over there, or if you want to do both, just check the spoilers out and also buy the game and also have some fun. Again, the link is in the description below. The game is available right now, and I'll see you guys in the next video of this small mini-series where I'm going to pretty much have a playthrough through the entire game. Thank you for taking the time to check this out, and I'll see you guys on the next one.